Greninja.
How old are you now, bud?
8.
You're 8. It's
I'm
crazy.
9.
You are growing up so quick.
I'm to the top shelf. I was like right down there. And now I'm up there.
Wow, bud.
Actually, I'm up there.
Well, hey. So, what are we doing tonight?
We're picking up the grow room.
Yeah, we're cleaning up the grow room.
So we get ready for next year.
Yeah. So, we swept it up pretty well. Got most of the potty mix and stuff that was all strewn everywhere. Cleaned out the trash can. Got our trays. And these mitt lighter, they're just wooden trays, but it worked out really well.
They're not the same height though. One's 16 inches and one's 18.
Yeah, these are 18. You know, my buddy made a mistake in making these, and he went with the outside dimensions being 16, and I think it's 16 inches on the inside here. So anyway, he made a little mistake. These 4 trays are a little bit smaller than these, but we made do. We also repurposed our worm bin 360 trays, which I need to start the worm bin again. But they made excellent seed starting trays for the peppers this past year. So anyway, we got everything lined out. We're just kind of taking inventory of things. We got our little dibber to make holes in there that you can use your finger. Got this little seeder there that regulates how many seeds can get through. We used that a little bit last year. Our seed trays, of course. We need to look around and see if we can find our painter's tape. That worked out really well, labeling the rows using the tape and just with a magic permanent marker marking on the tape. We've got our sprayers. We've got kind of a handheld sprayer here. We've got our main sprayer. This really came in handy this past year since we don't have a water source that's like super close. Like when I'm water that's plumbed in here to water directly. So the way we got around that was having this 2-gallon sprayer, heavy duty sprayer down here. It worked out really well. Though we did have something that obstructed the flow, I ended up having to take all this apart, and including the little plunger thing. I had to take it all completely apart and clean it out, and then it worked fine again. We've got a little bit of grow mix left. So I've got a whole tote underneath that this black like tarp landscape fabric that's under there that's still got grow mix in it, mixed with worm castings. This tote came in handy because what I was able to do was mix the worm castings with the grow mix, a potting mix there. So got our tote. There's I think it's Rural King, that's where we live in our town. They had a fantastic deal on worm castings. I think I got this bag. It was like how big is it? And there's still a bunch left. No chemicals, that's good. Anyway, a pretty big bag of worm castings. Looks like 1 cubic foot for I think it was $7.99. So we still got plenty there to start our season. You know, checking the lights and the timer. When we moved and brought everything over, I ended up having to replace the set of lights, and one of my mechanical timers was bad. So anyway, that's working pretty well. The lights seem to be working fine. You know, so we're good to go. The only thing I haven't tested yet is my grow mat. Make sure it still works. I'm sure it does. Let's just take a look. I did not put the grow mat on the timer because while I want the lights to be on a timer, to regulate when they go on and off, I want the grow mat to be on constantly to provide a consistent source of heat.
Oh, someone might be doing it.
And we can see that it is working. Here's a little probe. Let's just put my fingers around it and see if that affects the temperature.
Grandpa's here.
Oh boy. And it does. So that's a good sign. So we pretty well have everything we need to start growing seeds. I've got my seeds in a refrigerator in a big icing tote similar to this that has got a food grade seal. You get a lot of seedlings, or not seedlings, but seed packets in something like this, and just put a little kitty litter in it to keep it dry. So the only thing we don't have down here is a little calendar, which my sister gave me. My sister gave me a calendar from the little farm store or whatnot, so I'm gonna get that down here, and if I can find it, it might be at my dad's house. Watch it, bud. Because we're gonna try to just track dates and kind of map out, and we're going to plant certain things. Right now we're kind of going through the seed catalogs we got in the mail and just trying to figure out what, if anything, we'll purchase. Again, I've got a lot of seeds that we saved this past season, but there are a few things I am going to get. We've got our temperature reader here. This came in handy just to kind of gauge what was going on. I don't have the external probe that goes with this that would tell me exactly what it's doing outside, but it's 53.1 degrees here in this room.
And it needs to be a lot warmer for the plants.
Yeah, really for the plants to
70?
germinate, we need to be about 70 degrees.
Well, maybe 65.
Maybe 65. And so that's why it's important to have one of these
So that it can heat
going to
up
provide
faster.
that heat source to warm up the...
Because if you just left it there, it would only get like a little, it would get like close, but would never reach the right temperature, and then they'd be like all droopy.
Well, they probably wouldn't sprout. Better it'd be a really long time before they did sprout.
Or they'd sprout, but they just stay like that, and then they won't grow anymore.
Yeah. So I definitely want, this is a good thing to have. So anyway, we're about set. But it's got a few things to do down here. We're going to go upstairs and kind of go from there. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a real quick update. And also got some cool things on the horizon. I ended up getting a greenhouse kit
You need to put up this year.
for my birthday
Or next year.
back in June, and we just haven't had time to mess with it. So that's going to be a project. It's a pretty nice little hobby greenhouse.
Maybe you could keep.
It's my 40th birthday, so the family all kind of chipped in and totally surprised me with that. And so anyway, we're going to be putting that together.
Maybe next year when it
Well,
starts
it'll be
getting
this, that'd be kind of a winter project. And hopefully we'll have that ready to go by spring so that we can take advantage of it. And once we get some seedlings started here, actually move them over to my dad's house where the garden is.
But once they get big enough, we're going to put them in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Then we're going to take them out to the garden.
Yeah, so anyway, some cool things hopefully this season. We've got a couple cool opportunities, possibly do a few different things. Just kind of weighing all that out. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.